Hey, what's up guys, it's Moonfyye here, and today I'm going to be playing some Black Ops 6. For today's video, I'm going to be completing the Terminator event that is currently taking place in Black Ops 6. In addition to that, I'll also be checking out the brand new AEK mod that you can earn from completing this event. With that said, I do have my headset on now, so let's go ahead and start unlocking stuff. And the first thing that I do want to go ahead and unlock is the AEK mod, so let's go ahead and do that. Nice. And now I just have to claim basically everything else. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And here is the last thing that I do have to unlock. It is the calling card. So let's go ahead and unlock our last item for this event. There we go. Anyways, now that we have everything unlocked, let's go ahead and equip the brand new AEK mod to our AEK. So currently I don't have anything attached to the AEK. If I go, I think into firing mods, I'll find the mod for it right there. Yeah, the full auto mod. Also, here is the stats for this mod. The first thing to note with this mod is our fire rate does go up. It does look like the recoil might get worse with this mod. It does say plus 52%. I'm assuming the vertical recoil will be kind of atrocious with this mod, so I guess we'll just see. With that said, I am going to go ahead and make a quick little build focused around this little mod for the AEK. So on that note, I will be right back. Okie dokie, so I am back now and I have made a build focused around the AEK mod. This is what I'm going to be using today in my multiplayer matches. One thing to note about this build is I basically just slapped on a bunch of random attachments. There is some thought process behind it, but not really at the same time. So if you are to use this build, just, know that it might not be the best build. That is your fair warning. I'm giving you a warning in case it's horrible. One thing that I noticed about this build when I was using it in the firing range is it does have a really high vertical recoil. So I'm currently here in the firing range, and if I basically just spray the gun, don't control the recoil whatsoever, this is what the pattern looks like. For the most part, it's a pretty straight vertical line, but it has a really strong kick going up. So, just keep that in mind. Another thing that I noticed about this build that kind of bugs me, and this is just my personal issue and beef with the gun so far, is I can't put extended mag 2 on this, only this one. This does increase the size of the magazine to some capacity, but you really can't run higher round magazines with this modification. I feel like that might be a significant downside to this mod considering it shoots really fast. I'm hoping this mod does wonderful in multiplayer, but I guess we will just have to see how that goes. With that said, I do want to go ahead and check out this brand new mod on 3 different game modes. The first one I want to check it out on is 10v10. I personally want to see how this modification does in a bigger setting, and then we'll go ahead and head into some smaller maps, and then after that we'll head into hardcore. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and queue for some 10v10 mosh pit and see how the brand new mod does in there first. Okie dokie, so I'm loading into some protocol TDM. I'm curious to see how this is going to go, mostly because I haven't really played protocol since like the start of the game. So I'm just going to their spawn because I don't see the enemies, but I'm also scared there's a napalm strike. Uh-oh. Oh my. Well, I got someone. I didn't expect the recoil on this. I mean, like, I knew about the recoil, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. Here we go. Was there someone else there? No. This match is very weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's very strange for me. I really don't know what's happening like 100% of the time. How do you play this map? I'm genuinely curious. I have not really played a lot of 10v10. I don't know why. I really haven't wanted to play it too much. And to be honest, this is kind of weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm playing a different game. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now that I kind of know what to expect with the recoil, it's not too bad. I don't know if it's all that great here in 10v10. At least on protocol. I feel like it's kind of weird to use. The reason being is because this map is just kind of atrocious IMO. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like this map. I'm not gonna lie, I think I was about to jump off the map. I think what's nice about this mod though is if you don't like the burst fire of, the AEK, then this basically stops that from happening. You can just full auto with this, and this is a marksman rifle, so that's pretty cool. Also, I got that person for my revenge kill, so that's pretty cool as well. I think my first impressions of this, I have been so sick lately. It's been really difficult to do stuff. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so that last match went by super quickly, so I definitely will be playing another match of 10v10. But I do have to say my first impressions on this modification for the AEK is it's pretty interesting. If you're not a fan of the burst fire that the AEK already has by default, this might be a nice substitute for that, as it makes the gun basically full auto. Personally speaking, I don't really have an issue with the AEK being in burst mode. I think I prefer it that way because you have better handling for it. It's like having an assault rifle without having an assault rifle, if that makes any sense. sense. I feel like this mod is definitely messing with my brain to some capacity, because some part of me is like, I want to rush the enemies, I want to be like in their faces and like bother them essentially. At the same time, you really can't do that with this mod, or at least it feels that way to me so far. Hopefully in this next match of 10v10 I kind of get a better understanding of it, but it did seem like it can keep up in 10v10 to some capacity. I guess we'll just see what happens here in the next match. Okie dokie, so I'm currently loading into some Skyline. It's been a rather hot minute since I played this map too. Again, the only other time I played this map recently was on Prop Hunt. As you can see, my map variety is very low. The only thing that I play really is face-off mosh pit when it comes to multiplayer, just because it gets rid of score streaks and I don't really like dealing with those. Anywhoot, let's check out this modification here. Ooh. Ooh. In 10v10. Yeah, that was the end of that sentence, by the way. So far, I don't like it. At least in these like longer range battles, it doesn't seem like it's holding up. Okay, at least I got someone. This guy knows what he's doing. Hello. How do you do? Come here often? Oh, he's leaving! Why would you leave? Oh man, sorry, that was very distracting. I don't want to jump the gun so far, but this modification is kind of whatever. It's not like horrible, but it's not my favorite. But I will say I do like the idea of having like mods in the game for like weapons. I think having stuff like this adds a fun variety into the game that wasn't there before. Okay, I am... Oh, what is happening? I'm just gonna do that. Oh, I got someone. I don't think this mod is all that great in 10v10. I think I will say that. So far, I'm not liking it in here. I think it's just kind of whatever. Like, I just feel like this mod could be better, but unfortunately, it's not. What is happening? I don't know what's happening like 9 out of 10 times in this match. Huh? What are you doing back there? What? I got that person. Noise. Oh no. Okay, that's kind of a bummer about this mod too, but there's not enough ammo in it. So getting like feeds or like even going into the enemy line, I feel like you're not really gonna last too long unless, you know, you're maneuvering way more than I was there. I feel like that was a skill issue on my end because I also didn't reload. But I do feel like this modification specifically will run out of ammo very quickly. Oh, these long-range battles are like no-go for this. It has too much recoil for me in control. Again, maybe a personal skill issue moment for me, but I was struggling to get that. Ooh, we won. Nice. Okie dokie. Well, now that that match is over, I do have some opinions about the AEK mod, and that is I'm not the biggest fan of it in 10v10. I think it's because the accuracy for the mod is way too wobbly in my opinion, and that could also be because of my build. I'm not exactly sure, or just a skill issue on my end. Regardless of that, I do think it just kind of struggles in those longer range gunfights. And as we know, 10v10 has some really large maps, so it will be ultimately really difficult to keep up with the enemies, especially if they're using guns that have high accuracy like sniper rifles, or really any other gun with that being said that has just ultimately better accuracy. Also, when it comes to up close gunfights, I think the AEK does well, but again, when it comes to like those mid to longer range battles, I feel like it's just kind of struggling. So I don't think this mod works out very well for 10v10, and I wouldn't recommend using it in there, but I am curious to check out this mod in some face-off mosh pits, so I am gonna go ahead and queue up for some face-off mosh pit and see how the AEK does in there. Okie dokie, so it looks like we got some face-off TDM on pit. I like your skull, G. I don't know. Anyways, let's test out this mod here in pit and see how it does. Which, by the way, if you guys are curious on how to complete this event a lot quicker, I recommend going into Plunder and opening up a bunch of crates, and that's basically how I finished the event. It took me like 3 hours, I want to say, give or take. You can probably get it done faster than I did, but you basically just focus on opening crates and collecting the skulls, and then you'll have it done. Like every match, I was essentially averaging like 50 skulls or so. Also, so far, I'm heavily preferring this modification here in face-off. It's just, I'm getting doubles, it's more high risk, high reward, and ultimately I think it's just keeping up a little bit better. Which, by the way, sorry if my voice sounds dead, I've still been like super sick and I've been trying to recover, but like I just keep getting sick again. Yeah, I like this mod here in pet better than 10v10. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate for those, you know, 2 kills that I couldn't get because I don't know why actually. but it's still keeping up a pretty decent amount. On a side note, I would have had this video up sooner, but the PlayStation Network was down for like the whole weekend. And so I wanted to like record this video on Friday, and by the time I went to go record it, I basically saw that the PlayStation Network was down from FaceScope. His chat was saying like, the PSN network is down right now, so they can't play. I was like, wait, no shot. And then I go check myself and it is down, and I was so bummed out. It's honestly a bummer because like Friday nights is usually when I go record my videos for the weekend or Monday, and then it was just like not even existent. I was so sad. The PSN servers were non-existent rather. Also, I don't know what it is about being sick, but I've been getting like the worst brain farts. I don't understand it. So if I'm basically talking gibberish today, I do apologize. Although to be fair, 9 times out of 10, I do be speaking gibberish, so yeah. Ooh, nice. Yeah, okay, so I do think this gun does significantly better on smaller maps. I think it's really thriving in here. Whoa. I don't know what's happening. Which, you know, on a side note, I have been, like I said, sick and stuff. So I haven't really been playing video games. The last thing I played was Marvel Rivals, and that was super fun. I really like Rivals. It's a fun game. But for some reason, I don't know why, it's a tongue twister for me to say Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals. I like combined the words together. Anyways, that was match and we did win. Anyways, as that match is over, the AEK mod in Face Off Mosh Pit is significantly better than it was in 10v10. It's like a night and day difference. I personally feel like the AEK mod does better on smaller maps. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case either, because the gun's recoil is still the same and I didn't change any of the attachments either. I think because on smaller maps, everything is so cramped and whatnot, it just ends up being easier to get multis. So I feel like because of that, it's just easier to use this gun, and I was getting a lot more multis than I was when I was playing 10v10, because when I was playing 10v10, I would get a kill and then die, and that cycle just keeps repeating. Versus when I was playing on Pit, I was getting a few multis, like double kills and whatnot, so that was pretty great. I think in general, the AEK mod does significantly better on Face Off Mosh Pit, especially because the rate of fire is faster with this mod. I think it just ultimately does better with a smaller map setting. And I also didn't feel like I was running out of ammo constantly, which was also really nice, versus like when I was playing 10v10, I felt like I was constantly running out of ammo. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and try out this mod in some hardcore, so I will be queuing up for some hardcore next, and I guess we'll see how this mod does in hardcore. Okie dokie, so we're back on some Skyline, this time on hardcore. I don't know why I was crouched. Anyways, yeah, we're on some hardcore kill confirmed, and I'm gonna be testing out this mod in here. What are you doing? That teammate was horrifying. We're gonna be testing out the mod in here and seeing how it does. I am curious to see if it's going to be obviously good or not.
Betrayal.
Okay. That was rather silly. Nice. The ADS time is like somewhat fast, but also slow at the same time. You know, here's the thing. I don't really play hardcore either in this game. Like I said, I only play Face Off Mosh Pit. It's my only game mode that I play on here. I didn't realize how brutal hardcore was on here. Like I used to play hardcore only for like the longest time, but something about hardcore in this game has been very rough. At least I got a double. Noise. Whoa. Hey! Gotcha. Barely. Gotcha again? Were you the same person? Not me singing to myself the clown song, you know? And then I literally have a clown moment. Huh? Excuse me? This game has been so rough for me tonight. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, nice. Look at that. I got 2 long shots, surprisingly. Oh my god. I didn't think I was gonna get that, but I got that. Woohoo! Goofy animation. What the? Nice. Let's go. Are you waiting for me? You were. I knew it. Also, fun fact, I have not changed any of my score streaks because I prestiged recently. And so I just have the same basic score streaks. I think this is a Valkyrie rocket. Yeah. Let's find the enemies. Anyone? 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 Someone. Flak jacket. Oh my goodness. Teammate, what? We're good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. Is this what happens when you don't play video games for like a really long time? Like everything is just weird. I saw that person. There's a shark. Woo. Anywho, we did lose that one. I had 21 kills and 14 deaths, so I guess that's not too bad. But I think in general, this modification for the AEK, it's just kind of meh. It's not like the best thing, it's also not the worst thing. It also doesn't necessarily stand out to me, unfortunately. This is my first time really checking out a mod in Black Ops 6, and unfortunately, I just don't really like this one. I think it was just kind of like whatever. I do recommend you guys check it out just to check it out. Speaking of modifications, I think it would be fair to bring this up at this moment. I would love to see aftermarket parts come back. I really miss aftermarket parts from Modern Warfare 3. The aftermarket part system in Modern Warfare 3 was super fun, and it was something that I was always looking forward to every week. I know near the launch of Black Ops 6, they basically said that they weren't going to add that, but even so, I would still love to see the addition of aftermarket parts or something similar come into the game. And I feel like these mods are essentially a softer version of the aftermarket part system. I personally don't like the mod system they currently have in place, and I heavily prefer the Modern Warfare 3 version. And moving forward, I would love to see aftermarket parts come into Black Ops 6 or even next year's game. Aside from that, I enjoyed checking out this mod for the AEK. It's definitely an interesting modification for the AEK, and I had a lot of fun using it on smaller maps. I do think that this modification does deserve a buff if they want modifications to be a thing in this game, because it does have to be a little bit more viable than what it currently is. So moving forward, I would love to see this modification get a buff because it desperately needs it. Aside from that though, it is okay. I would rate it as a 4 out of 10. It's not something I would use again, and probably wouldn't use again unless it does get a buff. The only recommendation that I give you for this modification is to just check it out for yourself once and see how you like it. That's about it. Anyways, with all that being said, I am gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me complete the Terminator event today, as well as checking out the brand new AEK mod. Let me know what you guys think of the AEK mod in the comments down below. I would love to know. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, or evening. Take it easy and peace. Bye.